Thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity to speak on this important resolution. You know, it's important, and we often designate a specific month or a day to celebrate special causes or certain achievements or historical milestones, but it's equally important to designate time to recognize serious issues or problems that affect the lives of all New Yorkers. New York recently adopted online sports betting, and since it first began on January 8th of this year, New Yorkers have laid down more than $2.4 billion in bets. We joined more than half the nation in legalizing online sports wagering, and it's become an economic engine for New York and an activity for New Yorkers to take part in and enjoy. With the opportunity to gamble, however, it's important to consider that with every pro, there are always cons and negative consequences. And this can bring, and we need to spread awareness about services that are available to New Yorkers who struggle with the problem of gambling. It's important to recognize the lives and families across the state that have been affected by problem gambling, as well as take necessary preventive measures to stop more people from going down that road. The New York Council on Problem Gambling and the Western New York Problem Gambling Resource Center have joined together in an effort to help individuals in our communities who are struggling with problem gambling. These organizations help to facilitate the crucial actions of education, training, referral assessment, treatment, and recovery support. I recently had the opportunity to meet with the leaders of the Western PGRC earlier this month, and I was able to thank them for the work that they do on behalf of our community. I look forward to partnering with them to bring awareness and assistance to those who have been negatively affected by problem gambling. And really, this is no different when you think about all of the things this body has done to assist those who struggle with addiction. Very often we think about substance abuse or we think about drug use, but addiction takes many forms. And gambling is just as, people who have addiction problems or struggle, gambling is just as much of a threat to them or their families as those other substances I named. And so while we, I think, rightfully legalize sports betting, I think it's important to talk about and partner with groups who provide services, because a lot of times, nobody, when they're at the casino or they're wagering on FanDuel, they don't sit there and talk about, hey, where did you go when you had problem with gambling, right? These are not conversations that happen in the public space, and I think it's important that folks know where to go or where to turn to, that there are services out there to help you if you're a problem gambler, and that's a very distinct group of folks from folks who do it maybe recreationally or casually that don't need these services. So I certainly rise to speak in support of this resolution and identifying March as Problem Gambler Awareness Month here in the state of New York. Mr. President, thank you for allowing me the time to speak.